Welcome back to Ship of Fools for another run. So last time we managed to finish a run on brightness 7 with the Red Scourge, with Betty, our girl here. So this time we're gonna take 8, brightness 8. So we did a run with Todd. Hink I'm gonna keep for a later run. Finley we didn't use because the Red Scourge isn't repairable anyways. Kill we did, Shelby is gonna be, Lotte we did, Quill stuff we did, Quill is gonna be, Betty no we did, Clark we did, Angus we did, Jules we did. So we have Mikoi, No and the rest, and we're gonna go with Mikoi today. So Mikoi is one of the last added DLC characters, and she has a few little nice Easter eggs which I like. So we're gonna take, ooh, we got ammunition, very nice. Brightness we changed last time. So she's a singer, obviously. And let me just charge up my hit, and you see the little bar above me that is charging. And now you heard the Easter egg. So when I release it, she sings. The problem is this one damages your boat, that's why I didn't take her with the Scourge. So again, last time we unlocked. So yeah, Otto is like, wow, you're really taking to this boat. Here I want to congratulate by giving you something from my old toy chest. And she sings, obviously. So the shuriken I said we unlocked, it is a trinket. Shoot a bonus shuriken projectile following each projectile. And if we should talk to him again... Okay, no, the bucket he gives us later. So... Here we see the trinket we did. The artifact we did. The Red Scourge we're gonna come back on brightness 11 again. So the Storm Rider... So I'm just gonna go with the Siren's Call again because I like it. Brightness is adjusted, ammunition we have. One more time. So as we see on the left side, it damages our boat. So I'm gonna try to resort to it as a last resort. There were a few occasions where it was pretty neat, like in the last stage when the Eye of the Storm swarms you with enemies. So we have 2 trinkets up on the upper path, or a bottle and a bunch of stuff on the lower path. So we probably gonna go for the lower path. So we're gonna use the shell as a main ammunition. Just because I think it's stronger, or I know it's stronger. We hear already that she likes to sing a lot. She's very audio cue. She's like, ah, ah. And I love the part when you defeat a domain. We take the curse actually. Depends on what it is again. So losing centaurs is completely fine. Especially with increased price shops. So we're just gonna go money, bottle, chest, curse, ammunition, question mark. So once you defeat the domain leader, she also sings along with the music, and I love that fact, it sounds so good. So there should be some money. This time we won't forget the bottle, unlike last time when I actually just drove by. Didn't seem like it was necessary to deflect, I know at this point. Ah, shit. But I wanted to use it as a practice. So we take this. This damage we took was fine anyways. We lost $110, but that's completely fine to me. Let's see what's in here. Because I don't plan to go for a shop anyway soon. Because the price dollars are just hurting your economy that much more. We take the empty plastic bottle. See if we can find something. If we can repair it into something good. So yeah, we're gonna go full course here. We're gonna get rid of the sirens ammunition. Like this one. Because the shell is just a lot better. The pad is fine too in the early stage. In the third domain I wouldn't use it. Because we saw how backbreaking it can be. So we also go for the egg here. For the ammunition and hope that it's gonna be an egg. So pretty standard. Not too much here. Going on here. Just gonna focus on deflecting them. So the fun thing is, if you freeze enemies too much, they can go completely off screen, which happened a lot with those flies. Because the hell spawn, I see it, I saw the chest. Oh, the chest is the wrong word. The shield. So now we heard how she sings along. So the damage we took there was because of the explosion. Yeah, we take the shells. The hermit shell over the seashell. So I think if I should go for the Dandruel and then for the question mark. But we're gonna go just for this question mark. See what we find here. Because the ammunition is also the important part, because here's a lot more ammunition in. Money shop. So this is a damage shop, which I'm personally a big fan of. A 10% projectile off. So that's a trinket and that's a trinket. The problem is though that we only have 10 HP with this one in place. Because in the best case I would take both of them, to be honest. If I would have 9 HP I would take both of them without any questions. But since it's not a possibility, we just go with Tentacle. And now we hear how she sings along, and I really like it. So enemies are a bit bugged again. They die before they're even on the boat. Fine for me. You see the ammunition? I just need to... I would like to go for the wood. But I'm gonna be honest, getting the wood... Nice, I got it. Getting the wood for taking like 3 or 4 more damage isn't worth. It's just a bad net trade. So that's why I didn't focus. the wood there. Harpoons we don't need. Anything else got pushed in the darkness. So we're just gonna go here. So she would like ammunition. I don't think we're gonna give it to her. So yeah, this shell also shoots a lot faster, which is nice. For me, the part with her, the difficulty with her is balancing the amount of, how do you say it, of charging your deflect, but not hitting your boat, and have enough time to hit the enemies with it. Oops. So deflecting this one, deflecting this one, deflecting this one. Pretty easy. So design-wise, I have to say I really like her. I like all of the DLC characters design-wise. I'm not the biggest fan of some of them. Like Angus, for example, is a bit difficult sometimes. Because it feels like you should perfectly deflect, but you don't. You're not gonna get hit. That was the wrong stuff to take. We're just gonna deflect here. I don't want to take any damage. So for me, she makes every stage So she makes every stage so much more epic. That's why I didn't want to talk to her too much, because I like her singing, so I didn't want to interrupt her. As we hear the that she sings along. So we're gonna put them here. Light Purse is really good. Currently we don't have too much sand dollars. The Light Spring is obviously amazing. So the Shuriken did this job here, as we see here, the double projectile. So do we give her the ammunition? And my reply is no, obviously. So I'm already thinking about what to recycle, to be honest. Not recycle, duplicate. And it's probably gonna be, if you get enough money, the Light Purse, otherwise the Light Spring. Let's see what we find here. Increase all damage by 3 times the amount of holes on the deck. Is really nice. But I don't plan to have this much damage on my ship. The whistle perfectly deflected projectiles, get an explosion. I'm also not fond of. The mag up, 30% more magazine capacity, we take. That one is amazing. So it's probably gonna be at the end of the day 1 Light Spring and 1 Light Purse to duplicate. We could go for another curse. We could go for bottles and then trinkets. I am more tempted to go for the question marks and then the trinkets, to be honest. Like question mark, bottle, question mark, and then trinkets. Because also a big disadvantage of the curse, obviously, is that it takes a place on your boat. And at a certain point, you want artifacts. Or more ammunition. And the curse obviously takes the place of that one. So it's not gonna be good. Okay, this is also a bit So we see our first deflection bubble. We have to wait until the bubble is gone. The thing with the bubble is you can hit it when it's not fully evolved or like built up to. Once it fully circles him, then you can't do anything, and you need to just gonna deflect this one. We're gonna deflect this one on the crab. So again, janky hitbox a little bit. I'm never too happy with that one because I couldn't have hit him. So we smack him, we take the bottle again. Take some of the wood that we got damaged from. Now we just go for another question mark. And then the trinket. So this curse we still gonna take. Unless it's a twister. Or the tornado, let's say it like that. So yeah, this one is unacceptable. I'm gonna be honest, this one is. Because I want at least 3 of the things that are here. And the tornado would block all of them before I even reach them, so. So the octopus I focused because once he stuns me and he locks on me, I'm gonna be in a lot more trouble than if I just have to defend against squid. Because as we see, this one is a lot more aggressive. I actually hate squids. I'm not... God, these are so annoying. Okay, I took a lot more damage than I wanted here. At least we got some wood to repair it. So we're just gonna go for the second wood to repair it completely. The trinket is probably not gonna be swallowed. So here, just more and more gonna drop on our head. So why we got so much attack here, in case anyone was wondering, is because the AI ignores completely the fact that there are deflection bubbles. So the game is like, oh yeah, sure, I can just shoot him. But as we see, deflection bubble means that projectiles are flying back at us. So that's why there were always two attacks flying at us. Switch it up here. I'm surprised that I managed to get him before. So the frost tentacle is also coming in clutch here, as we see, because it keeps enemies in check, so I don't need to consistently run to them. Let's see what we find. A Goopy tentacle and the musical essence. To be honest, I would like a corkscrew at this point, because we have 3 bottles, but I don't think we're gonna get it. We also don't have enough money to buy it. The Rusty Blade or the Barracuda? So the Rusty Blade, as I mentioned already, has a pretty high crit chance. But the Barracuda, obviously, yeah, that's why we take the Barracuda. So honestly, I was going for the artifact. I mean, what do we have on the ship that... I mean, the Danner we're gonna replace, okay. We go for the artifact. The shop is... okay, game. Okay, I guess we don't go for the artifact. It's fine by me. So obviously we try to focus the strong ones. So we take the money. So we're gonna put it here. We're just gonna have... Again, the problem that the AI ignores completely bubbles is a bit here showing. I would like the money, thank you. Yeah, this one I just couldn't deflect. This is... There are some enemies that annoy me, and these squids are... These ones I actually really dislike, just because they're annoying. So shop we could go. I don't expect to find something good here. Unless it's a damage shop, I really don't want to take anything. We take the money. So if I wouldn't have the light purse, I would take the ammunition belt. But I'd rather have my more damage. So we also don't go for the Dandruel. There's no point for me. This one I want to get rid anyways of, like these two. Smack this one away. See if I can stop him. Nope. So this is a build of very fast attack speed, but not too much damage currently. So this was a weird case, because I thought I hit him away, but I guess I didn't. I'm just gonna let it sing Mikoi a little bit. Pretty unspectacular. I just wanted her to be able to sing more. So she would like an artifact. We're gonna recycle this one. Fire pedal, not really good. As much as I like the egg grenade, it's not good. Oil, not good. Pedal damage, nope. And let's see what the last reroll is. It's a plushie. It's a plushie. So we're gonna keep it. Projectile speed by 50% on cannons you load is horrendously bad, obviously. But we're gonna negate it with a second Barracuda. A little bit at least. I also need to check the attack speed, because it gonna depends on what I'm gonna duplicate here. So light purse is not gonna be the choice this time. I like the damage, but the more capacity and the fire rate is better. Yeah, we shoot so fast even the bolt are shaking already. So we see, maybe we're gonna go for damage shrink artifact for the shell maybe. Or we're just gonna go straight up for the question mark, the trinkets, and then the curse. And that should basically, and then we should be on the way to this domain's keeper. So now we're in the funny state of we don't have the big knockback, which makes it really good for us to basically swarm is the wrong word, but to shoot that much shots that the enemies can't do too much. Say it like that. It's a lost and found guy. So obviously we're gonna take the bottle. The shells I don't see a point to take. I would like, thank you. So a little bit of defense here. This one should come now. I know it looks like I'm even worse at aiming than before, but it is actually a lot more difficult to hit with this one. So we're just gonna seek for mass explosions. So this bird is a tricky one. With shields and hell spawn or darkness spawn, because they are really tanky, like an insane amount of tanky. So yeah, we just go trinkets, curse, and then proceed through the portal. Enemies glitching a bit here again, doesn't bother us too much. So that's also one of the reasons why I wanted ammunition, because I knew with this build that I'm gonna be shooting. So bird to get off, this one. Pretty easy, I reload the guns while I have time. Why reload the guns? when I have time for this one is because a lot of maps contain a lot more enemies sooner or later. So this would be the first wave of 4. And once more enemies spawn at the upper part of the screen, the enemies they're gonna be a problem because this one is not gonna be reloaded. And I don't have time to do that anymore. Difficulty in this game is raking up pretty fast, so take the wounds. No passenger on my ship. I'm sorry. I know I'm famous, but I'm not in the mood. So I wanted to say DLC, all of the DLC characters like No, Angus, and Churs, and Mikoi, the designs are amazing, all of them. And I really like what they did with them. The wavy tentacle, nice. Worming essence, not so much. I still would like a corkscrew, just because we have so many bottles. So yeah, the wood is gonna go. So the question is if I actually do this one. The sad part is yes. I mean, do I? Because this gun it's always disabling my gun. There's never a case when it's rarely a case. It's like 80-20, 80% this one gets disabled. So that's my problem here. Because there's still a lot of stages to go for. Wouldn't be fun if it wouldn't be a challenge, I guess. So yeah, we just go for the question marks and then straight for the boss. Because I'm not confident of this gun. So, there we saw why I don't think penguins are the worst enemies. Because the slide animation plus... No. Because the slide animation with the stun could be very lethal. Like, it has the potential to be super lethal. But the slide also gives you time. While the little snails or hermit shells. So damage up we have a sailfish and we have a fire chili. It's gonna look pretty crazy what I do here to take 5 damage without the second bow. Oh, shit, second cannon. So this is, for example, one of the cases I mentioned, like in a pretty early one, that sometimes you just go for the domain's keeper. And this is one of the cases. I don't see a point to go for a shield, I don't see a point to go for denders, I don't see a point to go for harpoons. And I really don't like that my gun is disabled. So I just go straight for the domain's keeper here. I hope it's not gonna be too much trouble. So this was a bad hit. And this is why we need to learn the dodge roll perfectly. Because this is bad. Ah. So we also hear the music gets more dramatic. But revenge is mine. So I'm gonna be honest. If we would have my normal gun, I would have been completely fine. The problem is that this gun is just so slow compared. So we did it. We got the light powder. More projectile damage, more projectile speed. So now we become the meme of... So anyways, I started blasting. I like how the Siren Skull looks now. With the red glow, it looks really, really good. What would you like? Oh yeah, the last time we tried it didn't work. So shopping wise, I'm not gonna buy anything, obviously. The plushie I'm thinking about selling. But I never sold one of these, so let's see what's in here. So yeah, a little bit of money. Decently good. Just to fuel the light purse. So in the stage where we were, like with the Domain Keeper, that was a moment where we could have ended the run. If we wouldn't have been able to recover that fast, the bird would have consistently hit the boat. And the problem with that one is that they don't be pushed away, or it's not a one-time hit. They just stay next to your boat while the head stuns you. So I'm pretty glad that it didn't turn out that way. Again, the cannon curse we're not gonna take from any brightness higher on this late of a run, because it's just gonna annihilate every chance. What we're gonna avoid, like once we go for the next brightness, is basically the cannon curse and the twister curse, because those are the ones that are really severe. Well, let's sum this one up. I'm not too worried about him. My biggest worry would be that he would just consistently teleport around, but that's just him. And I'm just gonna let you enjoy the music, because I like it. I bet nobody saw the remix incoming, that's why I just shut up and was like, we're just gonna let her DJing it out. Because it's a really, it sounds super slick, like. That's why I said I like her so much, because the remix of the last stage of the final boss is just sounds so good. I'm so happy with it. So in total we didn't use her trinket at all. again, for me it's more like of an emergency button that you push once you have her timing down, because the hit does take a long time to charge. So by now we would have already been hit 3 times in the worst case. So there's Jules. So next time I'm gonna go with either the Hammerhead, I forgot his name, or No, which is chilling over here. Cause he has this stuff here, which is like a teleport deflect. In solo play, it's fun and fine. In single play, in duo player games, also in co-play, I did it too often, but don't bother your premate or your buddy with consistently hitting him with that, because it is quite annoying, I heard. Never did it. So enemies explosions deals increased damage. So now we see why we had to master the artifact of deflecting pufferfish, because now they deal 2 damage. Add it up with the double-edged sword and you get 3 damage. 2 damage doesn't sound too bad for some people, but considering on this run how little HP I got down to, basically 2 explosions would have changed the whole run. So the things you would unlock, I'm also gonna mention a short time, because I unlocked all of them already, because again I reached a lot difficult brightness 11. Is the stuff you would unlock. New pearls are available at Brainy's Market. That would be on the side here. So you could buy them and then they will drop in the ocean, and or you buy them and put them on your boat for the run, unless you quit the game and then it's gonna be gone. So from 12 on we're gonna see, no, from 11 on actually, we're gonna see how it's gonna look. For me the problem is, I wouldn't make a new account just to show it off, that's all I'm gonna say, because the game has a lot of cutscenes, and once you've seen them twice, they still have their charm, but they're not gonna be for me watchable 3 times, like for a 3rd time. So that's why I took the account that I already have on brightness 11. Also, I want to be transparent, because if you look at the video or take tips of it, you're also gonna have normal guns, you're not gonna have the golden guns, because these are upgraded with Dangerous from her. Because we're also gonna see that once they are golden, each gun gets a unique ability. And that's, for example, why I don't take the power shot currently, because on brightness 15, I want to say, the assault cannon gets a homing effect. The sentry one I forgot. The grape shot I also forgot. The power shot has a pierce, and the double barrel has also something. I think it crits on the last hit or on the first hit if both barrels are loaded. So these are my 3 go-to guns. Depends on which run I'm gonna go for. This one I usually take once brightness 15 hits, because the piercing shot hits like multiple enemies for 400, and once you add homing missiles, like homing effects to it, or cans, beans of cans, it just goes crazy. The assault rifle is just good because the homing makes a fire rate build a lot better. And the double barrel one, I usually go with Cluck, due to the fact that you lay so much eggs, and he supports an egg build anyways. So you can basically have the gun consistently reloaded without moving on both barrels. And that's basically ramping up the damage to an insane amount. Also, just the 1 more minute I take. The reason why I don't go in order with the characters is because I think that they have certain strengths, obviously. And some of them are just, I'm not gonna say better made for higher difficulties, but they make higher difficulties a lot easier. Like Quill, is like increased damage on consecutive projectile hits. Means the more we hit, the more the damage is ramping up, which can add up to basically destroying anything. And there's no reason for me to do it on lower difficulty, because on lower difficulty, like Krill stuff, I would never play on brightness 15. I'm as much as he's fun, as much as I like pedal builds on fully deflect, I just think he's too mediocre to basically be viable on higher difficulties. That's the reason why I don't go for certain characters and why I go for certain characters, if that makes sense. Like Finley also, I don't plan later to get so much damage on my ship that he would actually benefit me. Because later, our run can be decided in 10 seconds, so you don't have time to repair or get even wood. So that's all I wanted to say. To explain a little bit of the game. We didn't unlock anything yet. So yeah, he gives us the bucket again, which we unlocked the last time. The bucket is, as we see, an artifact, and that's why I'm not too fond of it, because it attracts seagulls and increases their damage. There is, I think it works with the ammunition we unlock on brightness 13 from this enemy, because it has something to do with seagulls, like we saw it already, the orange egg. But other than that, I never seen it too much of a use. So yeah, that was it for the video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.